welcome back to another episode of Vlogmas. Now I know today's video is not a vlog and I'm not usually down in my dance room for my videos, but on a daily basis I get so many questions about how to maintain flexibility as you get older, how do I keep my hips so open, how do I get such high extensions, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you 10 of my favorite stretches, and all these stretches also don't require any equipment. Also, if you're not a dancer, stretching is also super important because it's good to prevent injuries and also to keep your muscles like loose so they don't get tight. So this video can be used for you too. To start the stretching routine, I got a little fit check. So the jacket is a strawberry milkshake Lululemon. I think this is Define jacket. It's super cute. I love this one. It's like a necessity in like my wardrobe. And then these leggings, I'm not even sure where I got them, but they were pretty cute, so I kind of just threw them on. So let's get started. Probably gonna start off easy with just some like simple hip opener kind of things, and then along with like the routine, it's gonna progress a little bit and become a little bit more advanced, just like a little more of an intense stretch. So I usually like to start out in a simple butterfly kind of position, bottom of your feet together, and then try to press your knees down as much as you can. I usually kind of push them down a little bit. And then my biggest tip is to never go like this. I heard bouncing and stretching isn't good. And also make sure you warm up really good before stretching, because if you don't warm up before stretching, then you could possibly pull a muscle. So make sure you do a couple jumping jacks, run in place, do a little bit of this, all that kind of stuff, like typical warm up stuff, because you don't want to have any injuries. The next thing I love to do that is pretty simple are just normal standard lunges, kind of like this, and then try to push your hips as close as you can to the floor. It does honestly give a pretty good stretch. Not gonna lie, I do feel, you should feel around your quads and your hamstrings. You have to make sure that when you're doing the lunge, your leg has to be in line with your foot. You don't want to go like this, so you don't put pressure on your knee. But you also don't want to be like this, because that doesn't really do anything. So right in the middle is a good spot where you can get a really good stretch. Also guys, make sure you do your left side. You stretch both of them equally, even maybe your bad side a little bit more, because my problem is that I'm always stretching my right side because it's my good side. And when I do extensions with my left side, let's just say it's not as good as my right side, so I'm trying to get better at stretching them equally. So maybe even if you want to start with your bad side and hold it maybe for a little bit longer than you do for your good side, that would also be good. Holly, you want to stretch with us? Holly, you want to stretch? Okay, bye. The next stretch is a frog, or I guess it's called a toad. I heard the frog is bad for you. This is the difference. A frog is like this, where you put your feet together in the back, puts pressure on your knees. So I like to do the toad instead, where you separate your feet. So then it's like this, and it should be as much of a 90-degree angle as you can possibly get it. If you want to, you can bring your legs higher up so you can get an even better stretch. My fourth favorite stretch is always going to be the splits on both sides. My left side split is a little bit weaker than my right side split. I'm down on both sides when it comes to over splits. So if you have yoga blocks or stall bars, over there I have my stall bars. But if you have those, you can prop your back or front leg, or even both, on the yoga blocks, and you can do over splits. But be really careful with that, because that can put so much strain on your hips. I've seen so many people get injured from stacking 8 yoga blocks on top of each other. I respect the grind, but don't injure yourself. You're just gonna slide into your split just like this. You want to lean forward, or lean back. My back is cracked. Cute. Kind of like this, which gives a stretch in the glute muscle. The way she immediately moves. For this stretch, we're gonna need a wall. So if you have an empty wall around you, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna put one foot up there, and if you're a little bit more advanced, you can straighten your leg, and you can put it all the way up. I'm gonna use my stall bars for this side. You can put your leg all the way straight, and you can push your hips towards the wall or the stall bar or whatever you're using. But if you're less advanced, then you can just bend your leg, and then you can also do the same thing. We're back on the floor for this one, and we're gonna do some middle splits. So there's 2 different ways you can do middle splits. You can do a straddle, or you can do a middle split. So a straddle is where you just sit up while you're in the middle split, and the middle split is where you actually go over. And it's kind of the same way that you do a frog or a toad, but instead you extend your legs out. This is what a straddle looks like. And then you can like point your toes really good, and you can like straighten your knees so that the feet come off the ground. And then a middle split is when you flip over and you go like this. Hello. Another exercise that I love to do is like leg kicks. So you can do this with bent knees, straight knees, flex feet, whatever you can do to make like the stretch feel more intense for you, or whatever just like feels good. You can either like lay down like this, or you can be propped up on your arms. So I'll show you guys all the different versions. So you can do it with your straight leg, you can do it with a bent leg, you can do it with a pointed foot, you can do it with a flexed foot to make it like more like of a stretch like here in your calves and like your hamstrings. And then you can also do it down here, laying on the ground. You can do it like that, you can do it with a bent leg, flexed foot, anything. I feel like I'm a stretch fitness instructor. Like I'm about to be like, all right guys, keep it moving. Like I'm about to do like some cardio or something, I don't even know. But we're gonna need to stand up for this one. If you have a wall, if you have a ballet bar, if you have stall bars, any of those things, these are called pancake kicks. And now at this point in the routine, the stretches are getting pretty intense. So if you feel like you need to cut back kind of on what you do, make sure you do that, because I don't want anyone getting injured from this. You're gonna grab, you can grab whatever way. You can go lower, you can go higher. I'm probably gonna do a little because you're just gonna start and you're gonna want to tangi back, just like turned in or turned out if you want to. But I think turned in is better because if you turn out, then your hips are kind of affected and that can kind of affect the stretch. So I usually do turn in. And what you can do is you can just go start a tangi and then. This is probably one of my favorite stretches out of all of them. I literally do this before literally everything. Before I dance, I have to do this. I just go in a tilt, I just grab my leg like this. And then I like adjust my hips, I move it back, forth, this way, that way. Just trying to like open them up a little bit so that they can remain. And then sometimes I let go of it and I like keep it up there and all that kind of stuff. Just so I can keep like my hips open.
So sorry to interrupt the video, but I'm super excited to announce that I'm doing a December giveaway. It's the season of giving and I want to give back to all of you guys that have been so supportive of me over the last couple of months. So I pulled together a few things that I think you guys may like. First things first, I'm giving away this really cute pink collapsible bag. This can be used not just for dancers, but all types of people that do different sports. It's got a large interior, big pockets to store anything you need, and a pull-up clothes rack to hang all of your stuff on. And this bag is from Rack and Roll. I'm also giving away this really cute pink duffel bag. This can be used as an everyday bag, as a weekender bag, or even a gym bag. And it is so cute and so great for travel. It's also from Rack and Roll. I'm also going to be giving away this little box of goodies that has a few things that I find helpful in my dance bag, like a scrunchie and a keychain, a little sewing kit, and a garment bag to put in any of your costumes or attire or uniforms or anything like that in. And lastly, I'm giving away this wooden foot stretcher for all of my dancers out there, but be careful because foot stretchers sometimes can be a little bit dangerous, so try not to overstretch yourself. The directions to enter the giveaway are going to be down in the description box below, and make sure you enter right now because the giveaway ends on December 24th, and I'm super excited to choose the winner. So yeah, Merry Christmas, and back to the video.
The last stretch is kind of similar to the last one that we just did, but this time it's in center, and this is also to test your balance, because when you have open hips and you want to have good extensions, balance is also a big part of it. It's very key, so that when you're in center, you can just deploy and keep your leg there. It also requires a lot of hip strength, so also making sure that we're doing our like strengthening exercises for our hips. I would have never been able to have good extensions if I didn't like strengthen my hips, because now I can just deploy and hold my leg up there. But anyway, the last stretch is kind of just like going like with these kind of variants and grabbing behind your back and straightening it out and trying to hold it and like bending and straightening the leg, and then doing one kind of like this and then like pulling a little bit. So I hope these stretches helped and maybe even made a little bit of improvement in your hip flexibility and opening your hip. And it also is answering a lot of questions that I've been getting recently. But anyway, I think I'm gonna end this video right here. If you stayed all the way to the end of the video, comment the point shoe emoji that's like inspired by like dancing. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. New videos coming out for Vlogmas every single day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
We'll be chilling and having a good time.